Yeah. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Eddie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Eddie? Boy, oh boy, them ticket sales looking good, ain't they? For White and Oscar Rivas. They looking good. Shoot, they looking pretty good. Side. I heard ticket sales doing pretty bad, man. Going over there to Blue Buzz Sports TV. Go check out his video. You know, I'm on the road, so I can't really be reading articles and shit. You know, I'm not a multitasker like that. But like I said, folks, Edward Hearn, I said this a while back on a live stream, that Edward Hearn was just thinking that using his fans as like assets, like they always gonna be there to buy the fight, like they always gonna be there to go up there, buy tickets, and buy the pay-per-views over and over again, you know. And now all of a sudden it's looking like the O2 ain't going to sell out or be even close. But could this be the fans basically saying enough is enough with the ticket sale hikes? Could this be because of this is not the fight that the fans necessarily want to see with Dillian White? Are they tired of Dillian White giving them Lucas Brown, Burrison, Robert Bullionius, and all them other cats a fight that they necessarily don't want to see? Or don't want to see? One or the other. Could this be enough is enough? Could this be because of Edward Hearn? Everything he's been doing? Could this be backfire? Could this be because of AJ lost? Now people don't want to go up over there and have a night of 16, 20 fights? Could that be it? Could that be that AJ loss made Matchroom Boxing lose a lot of steam? Could that be? You know, but I always said, how much can Edward Hearn do to sell this Oscar Rivas versus Dillian White fight, or Dillian White versus Oscar Rivas fight, right? What necessarily can he do that the fans ain't already seen, or hasn't already been done to them? What can he do? Nothing. He could go out there and try to sell Oscar Rivas to, he's an undefeated fighter and all this other stuff, and it'd be the same blueprint, the same motions. Is that what we want to see? It's always the same motions with this guy, because he's always, instead of being genuine, he can't be genuine with the fight. He can't be. He can't be. He never has. He's incapable. But all of a sudden, he could come out here and talk about how well the fight is selling, instead of saying, hey, look, guys, you know, not too many people know who Oscar Rivas is. You know, you can't sell out every fight. You know, that's just the nature of the game. Some fights are big and some fights aren't that big. But for the two fighters' careers, this fight is big. If Dillian White loses, you know, it can set him back a couple of fights. If Oscar Rivas loses, he might still get a shot his next fight. You know? But if Dillian White wins this fight, what is it going to do for him? But if Oscar Rivas wins this fight, what is it going to do for him? You see what I'm saying? I don't think anybody wants Dillian White up over here in the United States, first of all. But Oscar Rivas wins. Dum da da da. Dick ride time. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. That's just how it is. Oscar Rivas can sell over here. Oscar Rivas can sell in the UK if he wins. He wants to get in there with Sky Sports, a way of Matchroom Boxing or BT or whoever that's over there, you know. He can sell a little bit, you know, be on somebody's undercard a few times until people can respect this gangster in the ring, you know what I'm saying? But them ticket sales, bruh, I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking ticket sales when it comes to fighters over here in America. Don't want to hear it. Y'all can go on somewhere with that. Go on, sit down somewhere with that bullshit. But what does that mean for Edward Hearn? Because what if the Lomachenko fight does the same type of shit? You know? What if that fight does this same type of shit? Like, they don't do nothing. But the thing about it is that see, over there in the UK, they can get some. It's at the O2, so they can get some tickets pretty cheap, but you ain't gonna be able to see shit. But them pay-per-view sales is where it's at. Pay-per-view sales is always where it's been at. Pay-per-view sales, that's where you're gonna get your money. So I would say that with Edward Hearn, even though people might not want to watch this fight on Live Live in the Color at the arena. Folks might want to watch it. Might want to stay home and buy the pay-per-view. You know, so you're gonna lose some money, but it ain't that bad. At least you can say that, you know, 900,000, 1 million people watched it. I'm just not saying that's what's gonna happen, but at least you can say that. At least you can say, hell, more people watch this fight on DAZN than they watched any other DAZN fight. At least you can say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, if it do happen to do them numbers, then at least it's not like a total loss. But something's gonna have to be done with you know, I don't know how that works with the O2 Arena not doing good numbers in their pockets and future fights. I don't know how that works, but I would assume, you know, somebody's gonna want some compensation. I don't know how those contracts work as far as if the fight does X amount of tickets, then, you know, Matchroom got to come out of pocket or whatever. I don't know how that works, but something's gonna have to happen. I assume somebody's gonna have to come out their ass, right? But what are y'all? That's really what I want to know in the comment section. What do y'all think about Edward Hearn? All of a sudden, it seems like the motherfucker can't do right. He can't get nothing right. You know? He can't get nothing right all of a sudden. After the whole Deontay Wilder debacle and Ortiz, you know, it seems like he can't do nothing right. Big baby, oh, no. The first thing was was Amir Khan jumping ship, and then Big Baby Miller popping for multiple PEDs, and then AJ getting knocked out, and then O2 ain't selling now, and the list goes on and on. We can go all day with this shit. We can go all day. I'm pretty sure there's some other shit I'm missing that I forgot that just start putting that nail in the coffin, you know. And then the Zone, look at them. Look at the Zone. Poor old motherfucking the Zone. What are they going to do? You know, it's about time it's getting about that time they gotta close up shop up over here. Right? What is that gonna mean for all them fighters that signed up with the Zone? Are those guaranteed contracts? Are they or what? Is these fighters gonna get all their money? Is they still gonna be fighting under the Zone, but the Zone is just getting they half, or are they gonna have to sell the broadcasting rights to these fighters to somebody else? Like what exactly is going to happen with that? When the Zone goes belly up, right? When the Zone goes belly up, what's going to happen with all those fighters, with all them contracts? What is going to happen when they implode? Why would you, as a fighter right now, the only reason why I would be signing with the Zone is if I know I wasn't a known fighter and I'm trying to come up, trying to get my name out there and trying to get a quick buck. Trying to get a quick buck for the rest of the year. For a year out. Because they ain't gonna be around no in the next 2 years, I believe. I don't think they are. That's my belief. That's just straight up. What are you going to do? How you going to finesse that? And like I said, if I was some of them fighters out there, like, you know, Jermaine Franklin, he getting a good look. So I'm not even going to put a fighter out there. I'm just saying, in general, if you know that you kind of broke, that you got to get a second job, that you got to do this and do that, and you know you got a family and shit like that, I might want to sign with the Zone for 500. For 500. You know, for 500, maybe take home 250, which you could definitely live off of that for 2 years. Definitely live off of that for 2 years. You know, as long as they're giving you flights, food, and all that stuff, transportation, I will make sure that shit is in there when I'm going to fights. That all that's in there. And yeah. Because 500, how much you gonna take home after taxes? I mean, you got tax write-offs and stuff like that that you can do. Equipment, protein, you know, artificial muscle intelligence, transportation to and from the gym, all types of stuff that you can put down as you know, tax write-off. That's just the stuff I know about that you can. You know, everything that has to do with fighting, you can write it off. Food, you know, meal prepping, you know, and all that stuff. That's part of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe 500 after all the expenses and stuff like that. Maybe 250. It's probably more than that. You know, when it comes to deductions. Probably more than that, a lot more than that, but that's a start. You know, 2 fights, 500. 3 fights, 500. 4 fights, 500. You can knock them 2 fights out. You can knock them 4 fights out within the 2 years. You know? If I was a broke ass fighter, I would have to. No offense, I'm just saying. If I was a broke ass fighter, I would do it. I would do it. Straight up. Straight up. If I was broke, no shame in my game. I'm a warrior. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, you signed for them fights, for them 4 fights, for 500. What happens if they go belly up between time and you only get 2, or you only get 1? Then what happens? You know? Then what happens? Then you got to go somewhere else. Then you got to figure out something else to do. I wonder how that works. But you know, boxing to me right now, I think it's cool. I think as far as where we at right now, I think it's cool. It could be a lot better. It's getting better. Eventually we're going to get the fights that we all been wanting to see. But we shouldn't have to be sitting over here having patience. We shouldn't have to have patience for stuff like this. You know, we shouldn't have to wait this long for some of the fights. You know, Fury and Wilder rematch. Crawford, Spence. We shouldn't have to wait for shit like that. We shouldn't have to wait like this. There's other fights out there, you know. Other fighters out there, Javante, you know, Charlos, you know, Canelo, you know, Mr. Congluterol. You know what I'm saying? There's other fights out there that other fighters out there that we want to see go out there and fight certain name fighters. But we shouldn't have to wait like this. You know? Even though Canelo is with the zone, like I said, I always said that Canelo is going to milk the fuck out of the zone. Because those fights that he had, they're not cutting the mustard. Danny Jacobs, yeah. Rocky Fielding, no. And then who is he going to fight next? You see what I'm saying? Those are not the fights that people want to see. You make the fights that we don't want to hear Canelo talking about, oh, I want the winner of Pacquiao, Keith Thurman. Because you know the winner of that is going to get people to watch the fight. But that's not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see. Right now. You're going to go up over, if that was to happen, you fight the winner of that fight, right? If it's Pacquiao and you beat Pacquiao, what people gonna say? He was old. He was past his prime. You fight Keith Thurman, you beat Keith Thurman, what people gonna say? Something was wrong with that boy. He was past his prime. Fight some of these cats that are in their prime and nobody can sit up over there and doubt it. Nobody can sit up over there and doubt it. Fight some of them cats. You know what I'm saying? Fight some of them young bucks. Don't be fighting none of them broke bucks. You know? That shit is mind-boggling when you think about it. But, you know, as boxing fans, we shouldn't have to think about it as be patient or at a business aspect. We shouldn't have to think about fights like that. There shouldn't be no need to be going through over here. Why this fight is not happening? Oh, it's because of this, that, and the third. Maybe, possibly. It's because of marination. It's because of Trump signed on the back of nigga Trump. Retarded. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to think like that, man. It should be best fighting the best every single day. Now, of course, you know, you don't want people getting worn out in the ring and stuff like that. So yeah, every now and again, take you a slow road. You know what I'm saying? You know, get one of these young bucks a shot at the title that ain't ranked and stuff like that, or that's trying to get ranked, that's ranked in the top 15 or top 10. Give them a shot. Give them an opportunity to take the belts off your hand. You know what I'm saying? It might be sometimes ain't nothing wrong with an ass whooping when you're dealing with a warrior. But when you're dealing with a punk, you can't take no L's. These punks these days can't take no L's. They take a L, they lose their goddamn mind. They get knocked out in sparring, they lose their goddamn mind. Straight up. All of a sudden, motherfuckers gotta go see psychologists. They gotta go sit down on Dr. Umar Johnson's couch. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go sit down over there and go through all their little problems and shit. Damn, there's traffic up over there. Woo, woo. For miles, traffic. God damn. Glad I ain't over there. Shit, fuck that shit. Traffic for motherfucking days. I got my shit on cruise control, and I'm passing motherfuckers up, and then they come through passing me up. Then I pass them up again, but I got my shit on cruise control. I don't get miles to the gallon like some of these cats shit. I gotta use that old cruise control E. But yeah, and that's what Edward Hearn fucked around and did. Motherfucker went on cruise control. That's what happened with him. He went on cruise control like a motherfucker. They got speed bumps on the highway. Cruise control like a motherfucker. Now look at it. Looking horrible. Looking tired. Looking beat up. Sad. Straight up, just sad. He went on cruise control for the Anthony Joshua versus Reed's fight, and look what happened. Now the motherfucker's still on Autopilot. Now look at Dillian White and Oscar Rivas. Ha ha ha! Suck ass ninja. Ha ha ha! Suck ass sucker. Fuck this whole game plan up. Bad, homie. Horrible. And on that note, shout out to the LDBC, and everybody stay sucker free.